Many of parents in our country have grown up with physical discipline, and it was believed that was the right way to parent a child. And a lot of times people look back and they say, well, I experienced physical discipline and look at me, I'm okay. Is okay the measure that we want to measure our success by? Violence has been a part of our history. That doesn't mean we have to make it part of our culture.
When you think about corporal punishment, it is rooted in this notion of violence as the cure for everything that ails us.
In a sense, using physical discipline really sort of says might makes right. It's not because it's reasonable, it's not because it's logical, it's because I said so.
Parenting is not about control. It's about making sure that they understand the values of what is inside of them. It's all about being very intentional. And when you are intentional, you give yourself and your child more of a beautiful relationship, not less. What we're trying to introduce is a different model that's rooted in, not in fear, but giving you permission to actually love, maybe in ways that you haven't been loved.
We need to ensure our kids are treating each other and others around them with dignity and respect. And that's really where the core is when you take physical discipline off the plate. We now know that parenting with love, dignity, respect is what really allows children to flourish. The research shows there is no positive effect from physical discipline, none. The best you can hope for is to have no effect at all.
I think the key is the young child that we make a difference in who's experienced trauma. And that could be crisis, it could be treatment, it could be one event, it could be multiple trauma events. But what we know today about brain development, it can freeze a person socially and emotionally in that particular stage, is critical to be able to, in a timely way, be able to make a difference in providing stability, because that will prevent the future problems from occurring later.
Now, the hard thing when you're talking to parents about physical discipline, and if they've used it, to say, take that out of your tool bag. What do you replace it with? Especially if they're talking about teenagers. Where do they go?
If you want your child to be caring and kind and generous, then guess what? They have to see it through you. And parenting really should be not just do what I say, it should be rooted in be who I am. And if you want that little body to be loving and kind and generous and smiling and achieving high, where are they gonna get that from? They have to get it from you. Parenting is about consistency in love. It takes more creativity at times than just, going to grab a belt. That's easy, but, learning how to punish or give responsibility or to give accountability, whether it's coming from you or it's coming from other people, that creativity is what you need. It's really about being able to be there to help process what young people are going through.
It's not going to be easier parenting. It's really not. But it's going to have a real impact on your child's success, on your child's relationships, and on the community as a whole, because we hopefully will have less violence. We'll have less situations where people are thinking, you know what, it's okay to pick up a gun and fire a gun. It's okay for me to take what I want from you because I'm bigger and stronger than you.
It is only in human nature that we have been taught to do something that is against our nature. Just because it was done to you doesn't mean you have to do it to somebody else. We have to be the ones who decide what we want for our children moving forward. And just because something has been okay doesn't always make it right.
It is never too late. I think Maya Angelou sort of says it best. And, she said, you do the best you can until you know better. And then you do better. If we don't want violence in our community, we have to take violence out of our homes. And it starts with our kids.
My children won't even know what it is because it has never happened to them. So then when they share discipline and boundaries with their children, it won't be rooted in them thinking that they can go to the easy way of grabbing something and hurting their children. No, we were rooted in love. We were rooted in boundaries. And I think if we did that 1,000,000 times, we will reproduce a generation that's rooted in values and love, and maybe they won't hurt each other, and maybe they won't kill each other because we have given another generation the freedom to know what love is.